You guys can have a seat.
All right. Okay, so where are we at in the story? We have the light, and God said that it was, and then we have land and water, and God says that it's, and then we have, the vegetation and the animals, and God says that it's, and then when God creates Adam, he does something different. In chapter 2 of Genesis, verse 18, he says, it is not good. He changes the whole thing, right? He says, oh, it's good, 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 and stop! No, it's not. And so, it's not good for man to be alone. So, I will make a helper suitable for him. And so this is where I want to pick up on the story, okay? So I need some volunteers. I need some volunteers with me right here. Okay, let's see. You right there. Right there. Boom. Jumping up and down. And let's see. One more. Right here in the green. Okay, guys, come on up on stage. Come on stage right here. Don't knock anything over. Okay. So here's the thing. Right now, you've got all these animals and just Adam, right? You got it? You got all the animals and just Adam. So Adam is there alone. And so God says, I'm going to find him a suitable helper. So I'm going to be Adam, okay? We're going to pretend I'm Adam, and God's looking for a suitable helper. So all he has is animals. So what animal? What's your name?
Sea lion, beetle. I'm a ligon.
What's your name?
Ligon.
No, your actual human name.
Oh, Daniel.
Daniel, you are now a sea lion, okay? You're a sea lion. What's your name? Quinn. Quinn? A wolf. You're a wolf. Okay? Okay? All right.
Ferret.
Wyatt?
Ferret, please. Ferret.
You're a parrot.
Yeah!
What's your name? Brandon. What's Brandon? Let's make you a dinosaur, okay? Okay? All right, so we've got, what are you?
I'm a ligon.
You're a sea lion, okay? You are a
Wolf.
Parrot.
Dinosaur.
Okay, so I picture Adam.
I'm doggy.
Okay, you picture Adam. Okay, unless you want to be a sea, I can find someone else to be a sea lion. Okay, all right, so you be a sea lion. All right, so I just picture Adam doing this. Okay, Adam's just chilling, okay, sitting against a rock. It's the first day he's been created, okay? And see, so the story goes that God says, hey, Adam, I need you to name all the animals. Okay, let's read it right here. It says, bang. Now the Lord God had formed out of the ground all the beasts of the field and the birds in the air. He brought them all to Adam so that he could name them. And whatever the man named them, that was its name. So we have sea lion, wolf, parrot, dinosaur. Okay, so he says, hey, you guys are going to be all these things, and that's what they were. And so the man gave names to all the beasts. But for Adam, no helper was found. So basically what happens, Adam's chilling, and he says, I really need some help. I just finished naming all the animals ever created. All of them. I'm a little tired, I just need somebody to hang out with. So I can see him just calling over Mr. Sea Lion. And Mr. Sea Lion, come on, Mr. Sea Lion, comes over. And he says all that a sea lion can say. What's a sea lion say? Arf, arf. So Mr. Sea Lion's just going, arf, arf. So can you picture Adam just looking at Mr. Sea Lion and going, Mr. Sea Lion, what do you think I should do tomorrow?
Arf, 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 arf.
Well, that doesn't really help me because I don't know what arf, arf, arf means. But thanks, Mr. Sea Lion. So then Mr. Sea Lion goes back. And so then he says, you know what? I really need somebody manly, and a wolf is kind of like a dog, and dog is man's best friend. And so he calls over Mr. Wolf, and he says, Mr. Wolf, I'm having a tough day. I'm really tired. What can you help me?
Ow, ow, ow.
That's pretty good, but I just don't, I totally get it, but it's just not, I need something more, Mr. Wolf.
Ow, 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 ow.
You know what? Thanks for your help, Mr. Wolf, but it's not meshing. Thank you, Mr. Wolf, but I just don't think you can be a helper. And so then he says, you know what? Parrots, they can kind of talk, but all they can do is repeat whatever you say. So Mr. Parrot comes over. I just picture him sitting over here next to the rock, and he just says, hi, Mr. Parrot.
Hi, Mr. Parrot.
No, I'm saying hi to you.
Hi.
Okay. What's your name?
What's your name?
My name's Adam.
My name's Adam.
No, I named you Parrot.
I named you Parrot.
This isn't really going anywhere, is it?
No.
So he dismisses Mr. Parrot, and he's like, oh, okay, Mr. Parrot has to go. And so then finally, he says, Mr. Dinosaur, you're the most, we'll make you a T-Rex. T-Rex, so get the arms in. Mr. T-Rex, you know, I just need a hug, Mr. T-Rex. And so Mr. T-Rex tries to give him a hug, but he's got the short, stumpy arms, and he can't do anything. And so all Adam needs is a hug. And so he needs some fellowship. He needs a friend. And Mr. T-Rex, he just can't hug him, right? It just can't work. He's got the sharp teeth. Mr. T-Rex gets hungry. It just doesn't work, okay? So Adam looks among all the animals that he has named, and he finds no suitable helper. No suitable helper. But then, everybody say but then. But then. Then the Lord God made a woman from the rib he had taken out of the man and brought her to man. That woman's name was Eve. God made Eve. And so, at animals, thank you so much. Give the animals a round of applause. Head back to your seats. Sea lion, wolf, parrot, and dinosaur, you're the best. Now, guys, look at my eyeballs right here. God made Eve for Adam because God said it is not good for man to be alone. From the very beginning of time, we were not created to be by ourselves. How many of you have ever felt alone at some point? Like you just felt lonely, your friends were around, something, right? Is that a good feeling to have? No, it's a horrible feeling. None of us like feeling alone. None of us. So God knew that, and God knew that we needed fellowship. And fellowship is what? It is deep friendship. Deep friendship with God and others. He created us to be in fellowship with Him and fellowship with other people. Now, we've been talking about the anchor, right?
Anchor.
The anchor's pretty cool because the anchor has 3 parts, okay? Throw up the picture, Caleb. Now, ready? I'm going to point to a part, and you say what the part is to see how good you guys can get at this game. Ready? This is the... Stop. This is the... Change. These are the... Move. Okay, ready? Here we go. Not bad, not bad. Give yourself a round of applause. Now, you want to know the cool thing about an anchor? Each part of an anchor does a different thing. This is a stock, okay? And the thing about the stock is what weighs down the anchor, okay? The anchor would not get to the bottom of the ocean and do its job if it didn't have the stock. Now, this is the... Now, the shank, we already have weight, so we can get rid of the shank, right? No, we can't get rid of the shank because if we get rid of the shank, it's just 2 pieces of metal, right? 2 pieces of metal, they're not held together by anything. So you need the stock for the weight. You need the shank to hold the whole thing together. And then these are the flukes. And the flukes, all right, we've got the stock and the shank. We can get rid of the flukes, right? Why can't we get rid of the flukes?
Because it won't go underground and hold your ship.
Okay, it won't dig into the ground, so we need the stock, we need the shanks, we need the flukes. Everything on an anchor has its own purpose. And so if the anchor is going to represent fellowship, that means that there have to also be 3 parts to fellowship. So everybody put up one finger. Everybody, I want you to say God. God. The stock is going to represent God. That is number 1. The second part is the shank, and that's going to represent friends. Put up your second finger. Friends. Okay? And then the third is the flukes, and that's going to represent other people. Okay? So we have God, friends, and other people. Those all make up fellowship. We're supposed to have fellowship with all those people. So here's what we're going to do. Counselors, I'm going to need your help, okay? So here's my challenge to you. I'm going to give you guys 3 challenges. Can you do those? 3 challenges. 1 for each of these. 1 for each of these, okay? So first, counselors, please go to your sides, okay? Now, Shawnee, Apache, here's your challenge. For God, put up one finger. For God, your challenge is going to be this: to find your counselor, and I'm going to put 2 minutes on the clock. 2 minutes, that's it. Because here's the thing about fellowship. We talked about this yesterday. Does fellowship come out of nowhere? No, we have to work at it. Fellowship's going to take some work. And so to have fellowship with God, it's going to take some work. So for 2 minutes, I want you to go to your counselors, get to your own spot, and by yourself, I just want you to pray for 2 minutes. Okay? Put up your second finger. Okay? This is talking about friends. When we're done with that, then I'm going to have you guys pair up with somebody in your cabin. And I'm going to put some questions on the board. And I'm going to challenge you guys to 3 questions in 2 minutes. That's your second challenge. And then your third challenge is going to be the hardest one. And I'll tell you about that one when we get there, okay? So, on the count of 3, I want you to find your counselors. 1, 2, 3, go! Okay, here we go. Here we go. I want you by yourself, 2 minutes, prayer. Just pray to God. Just talk to God for 2 minutes. Work on building fellowship with God for 2 minutes. I'm on my mark. Ready, set, go. You can pray to Him about anything. About camp, about family. You can pray to Him about school. Pray to Him about life, wanting to grow with Him. Pray with Him about your cabin and making friends. Just pray for 2 minutes. Now, how many of you would say that praying, you ran out of stuff to say before 2 minutes was up? Okay, some of us ran out of stuff to say, right? It's hard to pray for 2 minutes straight. But how many of you would say that you could talk to your best friend for more than 2 minutes? All of us can talk to our best friend for more than 2 minutes. This is what I'm talking about. God has created you to be in fellowship with Him, right? So we should be able to talk to Him for more than 2 minutes, but that's going to take work. That's going to take practice. Now, here's what I want you to do. With the help of your counselors, this is my second challenge to you. I want you to pair up. So grab somebody and pair up together. Pair up together. Caleb, go ahead and throw up the first question. All right, here are 3 questions. I'm going to put 2 more minutes on the board. And I want you to ask your partner 3 questions in 2 minutes. What's your favorite team? Do you have any siblings? And if you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go? 2 minutes, all right? Ready, set, go. Let's see. You two, come here. Come here real quick. Okay? Did you guys know each other before you talked this out? Did your cousins? Sweet. So, what's your name?
Ethan.
Ethan?
Samuel.
Samuel. Ethan, Samuel. So, what did you learn anything new about the person?
Yes.
Okay, what'd you learn?
I learned where he would go.
Where would he go?
Hawaii.
Hawaii. Why would you go to Hawaii?
Because it sounds like a fun place.
Sounds like a cool place. Did you learn anything about him?
I did. I learned that he would like to go and see his friend who lives in Florida now.
Okay, cool. So you like to go see your friend in Florida. Now, you guys, you're cousins, and you still learn something about each other because you got to spend some time and be intentional, right? Okay? Go ahead and sit down. Thanks, guys. So we know that it's going to take work to live in fellowship with God. It's going to take work to even live in fellowship with our friends, with people that we know. So now, here's my third challenge to you guys. This is the hard one, and this is going to make us uncomfortable. I want you, in the next minute, only 1 minute, okay? In the next minute, to stand up, not yet, stand up and find 5 people that you don't know, that you have not met. I want you to introduce yourself and give them a hug, okay? In 1 minute, you got to find 5 people that you don't know. Ready? Go! Hurry, hurry, hurry. 10 seconds left. Find those last few people. Hurry! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop! Whoa! Whoa! Everybody, back to your seats. Back to your seats. And we're quiet in 3, 2, 1. Now, you guys got to grow. Even in those 2 minutes, and then that 1 minute, you got to grow in relationship. You got to grow in fellowship with God, with friends, and with others, right? With God, with friends, with others. Our today's truth says this: our purpose we will find when deep friendship with God is yours and mine. Our purpose is to live in fellowship. Okay? Everybody say fellowship. Fellowship. Guys, this is the verse. It is not good for man to be alone. God doesn't want you to be alone. So when you guys leave from Hydrate, I want you to remember the anchor. I want you to remember the stock, the shank, and the flukes. I want you to remember God, friends, and others. Our purpose in life, no matter how young you are, no matter how old you are, your purpose in life is to live in fellowship with God and friendship with God and others. Stand on your feet one last time. Look at the anchor. The anchor is what keeps everything else grounded. In life, you're gonna need God. In life, you're gonna need friends. In life, you're gonna need other people. Now, does that mean that we can have God and leave out friends? Does it mean we can have friends and leave out God? No. Does it mean we can have God and friends and leave out other people? We have to have all 3. So one last time before we hang out with Troy and the gang. One last time, let's do this. Fellowship is what? It is deep friendship with God and others. Guys, you're awesome. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Peace.